So, finally we are live.
Hi everyone.
Just a few seconds. We have some friends live on Facebook and also in YouTube. We are here, Michele and Angela from SPD, live from Milano, Scuola Politecnica di Design. I have everyone here on my Instagram page. To all my friends on Instagram, I want to suggest you to follow the live straight to the YouTube channel of Scuola Politecnica di Design or on the SPD page on Facebook. For all the questions, you can write me there. I can see any question here on Instagram now. So finally we are here live after several weeks of holidays here in Italy. And today we are here with Angela from the academic office to talk about the 1 week transportation course that should be here in SPD from the 23rd to the 28th of September. So in case you have any questions about...
I will be happy to answer about anything that concerns your enrollment, any sort of questions, that's why you're here. And then Michele will explain you more like the details of the classes itself, so more technical information.
Today is not only a Q&A live about the 1 week course, yeah, but it's also a tutorial. We should talk about the Alfa Romeo because on the 1 week course we will play with Alfa Romeo like a brand. We had the chance to move there to visit the Alfa Romeo Museum in Milano, and we should dedicate the entire course to the Alfa Romeo brand. You know, I worked there for several years. I had the chance to work with a great team of designers and great chief designer. I had the chance to do some cars there also with the team, and I'm happy to share with you all the skills and the news and also the workflow to develop correctly in a design way in Alfa Romeo. So today we are here to talk about the 1 week course, but also to show how to draw a bit. I can't spend all time to do a render, but I will sketch for you an Alfa Romeo car. So I repeat one more time, please, to all the persons that are live also in Instagram, I want to suggest you to be live on the Facebook page of SPD Scuola Politecnica. You can be also live on the Instagram, but also on the YouTube channel. For all the questions for the 1 week course, please write us on the Facebook page, okay? So, what to say? The course starts the 23rd of September.
Yes.
We should play here in Milan, in the quarter here in Milan, in a beautiful design area. You know, Milan in the last years grows a lot with beautiful new quarters, with skyscrapers, design areas. It's a very cool city. You know, it's the capital of design in the world. So it's a very active and dynamic town. So we are here, we should spend 6 days. Milan is also considered the city of Alfa Romeo, and we decided to dedicate this 1 week course to Alfa. Alfa is one of the most important brands in the world with Ferrari, and we should play in these 6 weeks in a way that you could learn how to sketch correctly and properly a car. In which way? Just using pencil, pen, marker and paper. And what else? In these 6 days, I try to dedicate to you different demos. You have the chance to stay closer to me. I will show you how to improve your sketching technique, especially starting from the position or how to hold correctly the pencil and the pen, how to draw a dynamic perspective or a static perspective, the orthogonal views. But in the same time, I want that you enjoy with me the visit on the museum and learn the history with the director of the museum about the Alfa Romeo. Until today, Alfa Romeo is considered one of the most beautiful cars in the world. And the reason why, because Alfa has a huge heritage. And we have a lot of famous and iconic cars, and you can see those cars in the museum. So in the museum, I will try to show you which are the DNA lines, the character lines that until today are present in the current range of Alfa Romeo. So in case you want to participate, you can visit the SPD website.
Of course.
There is the apply document to request any sort of information to the academic office.
You can just simply fill out the form, sending us your special request, and then we will be happy to answer all your questions and doubts regarding everything. I just would like to give a bit of explanation about who we are. Not sure. most of you already visit our website. We are the oldest design school in Italy since 1954, and we are specialized in postgraduate master courses. Now we are about to start the course that Michele was talking about before, for this full immersion in car design sketching. Either you have a passion for it, or you did study car design, or are a self-taught person, just get in touch with us, and it would be an amazing experience for you just to learn something new, just to go more deep into your knowledge that you might already have, that might be useful in your future academic studies, working experience, or whatever it is that you're doing at the moment. As Michele was saying before, the course will last for 1 week, Monday to Saturday, and then it will be from 10 o'clock until 5:30 every day. At the end of the course, you will receive a certificate of participation, obviously. And then we will be happy to help with all accommodation information. As I said before, if you send us an email to our email address, which is info@scuoladesign.com, we will be able to answer all your questions. You will find everything in any case on our website if you didn't manage to get the whole email address. And for anything, Michele will explain you, as I said before, more of the technical details about the course. You will be able to see him now doing a sketch.
So
this is
the main important thing. So in SPD we have a long tradition with the car design world. We are famous because we play with the master in car design and with the 1-year course in car design. In the last year we had probably then more than 700 students, and we are proud to say that most of them are working in some of the most important brands in the world. So we have a long story and experience in the car design world, working with many brands. As I say, Lamborghini, Ducati, Alfa Romeo, Volkswagen, Audi, Bentley, a lot. And we decided to create this course because we receive along the year a lot of requests from people from all around the world, from also from students from the high school, from people that are retired, that are following our social pages, and they was interested to learn and to try to understand how we roll in the car design world, especially how to draw a car. I will say that to draw a car is one thing, is more an artistic approach. In this case, in SPD, we try to design something, so something that reminds more a product. And all the student that moves here on the 1 week on the 1 year course and on the mastering car, the students has the chance to grow and to learn how to design and move in production a car. So during this course, on the 1 week course, I try to show you some tips and tricks to draw correctly a car, trying to respect the proportion, the volume, the main lines, but especially to respect the DNA and the brand of the car, the brand identity, in this case for Alfa Romeo. So, in case now you have any question about sketching and Alfa Romeo, is the right time. I will start to draw something for you. 1 week ago, I had the chance to, to do, and I think that most of you saw this drawing on the social, and it was just a drawing dedicated to the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. The Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale is a very iconic car. It's considered one of the most famous cars in the world. This is just a normal pencil and marker drawing. The 33 Stradale story is really beautiful. The 33 was done in the 60s from Mr. Franco Scaglione, is the designer that did with the coach builder Mr. Marazzi, just 18 cars, and only 12 of the 18 cars are made by Scaglione. The funny thing is that all the 12 cars are different, all side views are different, there are different details that makes unique the car. And many people, petrolhead or collectors, says that the 33 Stradale is one of the most beautiful cars in the world. I agree with them. I consider this car one of the most beautiful, and I could say that until today, this car from the 60s is still present on the Alfa Romeo range. And now I will show you in which way the DNA line from the 33, how they will be transferred on the actual range. There are some lines, especially in the front, on the side views, and on the rear view. So, give me a second, and we should start. Okay. So, ciao ragazzi. I don't know if you can see something. Great. Good. So, the 33 stradale was okay, like this, perfect. Focus, perfect. So the 33 stradale is a famous curve. The first thing is to analyze the side view. I want to do the famous Alfa Romeo badge. That half badge is dedicated to the Famiglia Visconti Milano and to the City of Milan logo with the red cross. And here there is the Visconti logo with the dragon that is biting the sash. It's a very nice, cool badge. So, great. So now, looking the side view, generally, I like to play drawing a bigger ellipse and starting with trying to understand the main volume. But, you know, one of the characteristics about the 33 stradale is the perception about the stance of the car. Because the car, the 33 has a front and rear muscle, super massive. And this thing was done to increase the presence on the road. So the first thing to see is that Alfa Romeo, until today, is playing with the perception that is a muscular car. And the body shape reminds more like a Coca-Cola. Like the bottle of Coca-Cola, it's a very curvy shape. And also, the position of the cockpit at the A pillar is going forward, backward here, and works? Il piano? Okay, sorry, just a problem. So here now, I try to draw the white zero, and you know, the main volume about 33 was something like this. Now I try to increase the front muscle, the rear muscle, with this air intake to cool the engine on the back, and with this negative section that emphasizes more the stance of the car. And also with this beautiful cockpit that reminds a jet plane, and with the shoulder line that goes up. In this way, creating a very cool, sportive feeling with the A pillar in silver that is integrated here, and with the chance that the driver will see also on the top. Then Scaglione create here the back window here. We have a very short, but with a duct tape proportion here for the trunk. This is the typical Alfa Romeo short trunk. And in each Alfa Romeo, the back and the front and the side are different. The reason why was that Scaglione decided to dedicate a unique perception to each pass. So then, we have here the typical Alfa Romeo wheels from the 60s with the cycles here, multi-cycles. And the front goes down with a very short front overing, and here are included the huge front lamp, headlamp here. Inside we have the cockpit with the cluster, the steering, and with the seat. So talking about the main volume, you can see that the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale is a very simple car, and just few lines give us the perception that is a dynamic body that reminds also human body. Okay? So, now I want to show you how those lines, 1, 2, 3, are still present in the current range. So, look for example now the Alfa Romeo 4C. It is a small car, but okay, yeah. It's a small car, but also the 4C play in the same way, more in a modern way. And you can see how the same line appear again with different, just some few different treatments, also in the 4C. Also in the 4C, very important presence and stance with the big wheels, with 5 holes. With the typical Alfa Romeo face with the 3 logo, with the shield and with the moustache. This dynamic line at the side view creates more perception like this. One of the most famous cars that also Alfa designed was the Alfa Romeo 8C. The 8C is considered, after the 33 Stradale, we have the 8C Competizione, and then the 4C Alfa Romeo. So now, on the 4C, also in the 4C are present the same line, with the same fact that the A pillar is moved backward, and we have this beautiful stance repeated also here with a beautiful harmonic and iconic rear muscle. And here, for example, the DLO plays more in this way. And also, on the design center, they kept from Scaglione, from other cars like the 6C, other DNA line. And you can see that for alpha, some lines are still present. The 8C is more elegant in terms of proportion. It's also more powerful than the 4C, but you can see that the treatment is still be the same with this huge front headlamp that create a perception that the car is looking at you and is biting, is ready to attack you. You know what I mean? So this is the 8C. And this one is the 4C. That one, this one, sorry, is the 33 stradale. Okay, hope that you are enjoying on the Instagram and also on Facebook. So now, look now how few lines like this one create a DNA line for also the current range. Alfa Romeo is not just about the side view, but Alfa Romeo is also famous for the typical face, for the front face, for the rear face. I want to do now a board where I should explain to you another nice and cool thing. The 33 stradale was the face, this is the front, and this is here, there should be here the rear of the 33. So about the front of the 33, the main lines, the main character lines and elements that makes the car recognizable is the fact that we have a very huge front muscles and we have a really low green with a small scudetto, with a small shield, sorry, I said in Italian. In Italian, the shield is called scudetto. And here, this huge, big, impressive headlamps. And the body shape closed in this curvy way with the stance created and emphasized from the tire. So, what about the back? For the back, we have the same greenhouse with other very strong and massive rear muscles. And on the top, we have the typical shut trunk design with the circular lens and with all the back sustained on the top from the massive rear wheels. So, not easy to draw it this way. But. Now, what about the other two cars? For both, for the 8C and for the 4C, we have something similar in terms of treatment. With the lines that play this way, with the shear more bigger that include also the front face. So you can see that those lines are still present. And in the same time for the back, for the 8C and for the 4C, we have a more modern interpretation about Shatran with a huge diffuser with the 4 exhausts. So, this is just a short review about how very strong brand like Alpha with this very important heritage is still using the same DNA line in a modern way, also in the current age. But talking about design, one of the things that makes more important Alpha is the face, the body shape, and how the car will be recognized on the road. So when normally a designer of Alfa Romeo is working, is trying to keep inspiration, not only from the heritage, but also from all the things and fields that could inspire him, like nature, science, design, architecture. And the first thing they will do is just to play straight on white piece of paper, white piece of paper, play with the pencil, and then to color something. So what I will do now is to do my personal interpretation of the modern 33 Stellare, and in a few minutes I will do something for you. So I hope that you are enjoying here on Instagram and also on Facebook. If you have any question, please, you can write all the questions on the Facebook page, okay? So now the first thing that I will do is just to image a portrait layout where I should draw a front view and a rear view. Normally the first thing to do is to draw and to design a side view, but in this case it's not time and I try to move forward in this way. So I try to create something. The first thing I will do is to draw this huge peanut or a cloud or a hair and try to create the stance. And try to transfer the typical muscles, the volume that reminds the greenhouse. Here try to emphasize more the negativity of the Coca-Cola body shape. here, try to create a more three-dimensional front shape, the face. With the shield included in the mustache. And you can see that again, one of the main elements, the big front muscle appear again. And here, the dynamic shoulder line goes up, creating very strong and sensual and sportive elbow line. The elbow part is here. So, try to improve more the presence with the fender and keeping inspiration from the 33, try to create some character lines that will emphasize more technically the guy, with the idea that with the back engine and one thing that I like to do from the beginning is to imagine that there is someone inside the car. Generally I draw two persons with the interior. Are you enjoying here on Instagram? Yes or no? Say yes with this emoji, okay? Great. I'm happy that you are enjoying us. So now I have just a rough sketch about my car here. And try to create more projection to the face, improving the front graphic face, the badge that is lying on the hood. So now, let me think about the back. Okay? So, one of the coolest things that I like to do is to create a volume sort of for the back that makes the car more dynamic. I was a bit wrong with the perspective, but doesn't matter. When you are playing in a sketchy way, there's no problem. You can change and fix everything. Don't forget that we are not considered computers, so we can't be perfect. It's impossible to be super perfect. This is just a rough sketch. Consider like a doodle. One thing that I like most is to draw straight. the paper. Not. Retracing anything. Maybe someone a bit disappointed because I'm not drawing any electric car. I'm a big fan of the electric world, but the one from now had signed up yet. So now, it's just a nice deep doodle. And I try just to play a bit with the marker, with the Copic marker. And I just try to create a bit of background. Background helps me to avoid the projection. If drawings are flying, guys, I saw now that there is a comment on Facebook. Yeah.
Would you suggest trying to draw from imagination or by copying an existing design reference photo for practicing?
Well, the best thing ever is to be unique, to invent something from zero, not to retrace or take inspiration from something existing. So I think that the coolest thing is that you can develop, before to play with the marker, with the pencils, to spend several hours a day making a personal analysis and research, creating some inspirational mood boards that helps you to be creative and to do something new. So this is the best advice. So let me know if you are enjoying the live now, if you like the sketch, or if you want, I will stop. I'm joking. Don't forget that this is just a demo for explaining how we should spend the time together in Milano from the 23rd to the 28th of September. And don't forget that you could find all the info for to be here in Milano on the SPD website. Or in case if you have now a piece of paper, maybe you want to keep some note, don't forget to send an email to info@Scuola Politecnica, Scuoladesign.com. Sorry.
We got another question. Which type of pencil and marker do you usually use?
Normally I use the Copic marker. For me are the best ones. And those are Copic marker. And the pencil, my favorite one are Faber-Castell. It's a German brand. I feel comfortable. And I love to play with the blue navy pencil. Because with the blue navy, when I'm mixing the color, I feel more comfortable when I mix the color and I want to do some effect. So now what I'm doing now is not a render, it's just a rough sketch, just to represent how normally a designer develops a car from the beginning. hope that people are enjoying now the live.
Yes, they're saying great to see your technique in real time.
Okay, thank you guys. Don't forget that you can be here with me from the 23rd to the 28th. We should play together. We can visit the Alfa Romeo Museum. We can do a lot of things here in STD. And we can also join Milano. So now I'll try just to give a bit of presence with the red. I'm playing a bit with the pinky color, just to play with the highlight tone. If you see, I'm using the same time, same marker in the both perspective.
Okay, we got another question. Do you design while you sketch, or first have the image in your mind and translate this to paper, almost tracing your mind?
Now for this live, the only thing is just to make something faster and easier in my mind. But normally the best way is I like to keep a bit of time for myself, make a bit of a research, and to get an idea, taking inspiration and analyzing the work. This is the nicest thing that I can do if I have time. So, may I rotate? Oh, thank you. Sorry guys, but I feel a bit uncomfortable to draw in this static position. Because now I want to be a bit more precise with colors.
Just to answer the question, is it only for SPD student or anybody? Of course, this course is open to anybody. You don't have to be a SPD student. You just need to have the passion for car design, either you're studying car design, you did a bachelor, or you're working in this industry, or you just simply have the passion for it and you want to gain a little bit more experience. Another thing that I wanted to add is that you don't need to have a bachelor degree to participate to this 1 week course. We don't require to see your bachelor degree or any sort of title to do, for example, like Michele was saying before, our courses and masters. In this case, this is open to anybody.
So, this is a course open to anybody, guys. Girls, guys from all around the world, no problem, no age, no bachelor. If you want to learn how to do something like that, you can. You just need to apply on the website and to be here from the 23rd to the 28th of September with me, and just let's enjoy this wonderful work. I think that is a unique chance and experience, and to be here and play in this way. I know that probably looks cool now to see the stuff live, but trust me that the moment that you hold the pencil, the pen and the marker, your creativity was out and you feel more and more comfortable, because I think that to play with the markers, with the colors in general, is the best way to represent and express yourself. I don't know if the car looks cool, but yeah, in the video looks cool. Now I'm just trying to emphasize more main line, creating a bit of contrast using the marker. I'm a great fan about the digital work. I'm also using the software, but probably I also believe that if you want to be a complete designer, you need to learn how to draw everything from zero on paper to feel comfortable also using the color, mixing color. And then, trust me that when you are using a software like Sketchbook Pro, like a Photoshop, it will be much easier. So, just let me create a bit more of contrast, and soon I will answer to all your questions. Just to refine something. Don't forget that what I'm doing now is just a big doodle or sketch. It's just a rough idea that helps me to present and to feel the idea in my mind. So,
another question, if you would like to have information on our master in transportation and car design or our one-year course in car design tools, please send us an email to info@scuoladesign.com, and we will be more than happy to have a Skype call or answer all your questions or doubts and make sure that we give you all the necessary information for you to come to study in our school.
So what to say? Sometimes the only thing that I do when I'm drawing is to listen a bit of music, but today I can't. I try to emphasize more the dummies here, the people inside of the car, get a bit of contrast.
Is there any online courses available? I'm afraid not at the moment. All our courses are held here in Milan, Italy, which is actually capital of design and innovation. So if you would like to have a full year experience, knowledge in design, this is the city where to be at the moment.
So, I think that it's enough of today. Just let me fix something. It's just a rough sketch, so now I hope that you are enjoying, and I try to be also live with all of you here. Wait, no, wait. Yeah. So I'm here.
We are back here too.
We are back here too, and so I had a long tutorial and demo talking about Alfa Romeo and all the brands. We received some things here. Michele, my cars. Oh, just a second. I see a lot of comment on the live here. Okay. Sorry if
I believe that more or less the questions are always the same. No?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So,
I'm just looking.
for those who missed the first part, the course will start on 23rd of September and will last until Saturday 28th. Will be a 6-day full immersion course with Michele.
Yeah.
In the information that you find on our website, I believe that they were asking if we have scholarships or discount. So the price is the one that you see is 950, which covers the tuition fee, the transportation to the museum that Michele was talking about, and also the lunch for that week at the canteen of the university. All other costs like accommodation, your flight to come to Milan, that's extra. We will be happy to give you information about the accommodation, so any sort of hostels or like suggestions about the area, where are we in Milan if you don't know the city, so we will more than happy to do that.
Yeah, there is a question here. I think that is a normal question that most of you want to know. Is about that the course is in English, not in Italian, of course.
We are an international school.
We are international
All
school.
our courses that we do are held in English. If you would like to attend this course, we don't require any sort of English certificate to do it, correct?
Absolutely.
So you just have to register on the Eventbrite page to make sure that you get your seat, as we have a limited number of seats available.
Yeah. So, in case you have any question now, not only about sketching but about the course, we are here live from Milano. I hope that you enjoyed the demo. This is the final result of my demo. You can see it's a very huge sketch. You can see also here on the videos. Diego Disegno Coti. The question is in Italian, so I will try to answer in Italian. Disegno Coti. Il corso costa 950 euro e dura una settimana qui a Milano. Alla fine del corso riceverete tutti un certificato, un attestato di presenza che avete fatto questo corso qui con me in SPD Milano. So for all our English friends, the course costs 950 euro. The course works for 1 week, I told you, from the 23rd to the 28th of September. And in the end of the course, everyone should keep a certificate about your presence here with me in SPD. So I think that is a unique experience. The course is not so expensive comparing with our other courses all around the world. We decided to dedicate this thing especially in September because we are still in summer here in Milano. You can enjoy also Milan during the night. It's a beautiful town. I told you it's the capital of the design. So, what to say? I think that we gave all the information.
Yes, I'm having a look at any other questions on our Instagram channel, Facebook. But
some people like my English accent. No, I'm Italian. I'm not Indian, but I fall in love with India. And we had a lot of students from India here in the school also. We had students from more than 80 countries here in Milano. So there is no problem with the countries, India, America, Australia, South Africa, Europe, no problem. People from all around the world could be here with me. So Michele, my cars and my desire are so looks like to each other recently. What can I do? Maybe don't look too much the current range, try to look forward, try to investigate more and to find inspiration from other fields, make mood boards, inspirational mood boards, try to find a correct target, a client, and then trying to start from zero, okay? Quanto costa il corso? I told that the course, the price for the course is 950 euro. You can apply on the SPD website and then move on the Even Tribe website, and there you could get your ticket to be here. There are only 30 places, now close to more than 10 persons they applied.
Another thing, there's no admission document to present in order to register. So you don't have to send us your CV, motivation letter, or anything like that. Just follow directly the Eventbrite website and you can register straight away.
People asking me to do a digital step-by-step tutorial, but sorry, today we are here just to play with paper, pencil and marker. Also during the course, all the courses will be dedicated to play with the hand drawing technique, no digital technique. One of the best things is that you learn to draw from zero on paper using pencil, paper and marker. Maybe one day I should do something dedicated to the digital. How we can measure proportion of the car? Print bigger in A3, a lot of side views from existing car, and then make an analysis keeping the front wheel and analyzing how many cycles you needed to define the main proportion, and then try to transfer the same measure here. So, Michele, I'm Medis from Argentina. I have a question. What if I have all the skills to be a good designer, but I don't have money to pay the school after the scholarship? Okay.
We said we don't have, see, they asking for scholarship. As I said before, we don't have any. The course is a 1 week course only. Is only 950 euros that will cover also your lunch in the canteen of the university for the whole week, your travel to the Alfa Romeo Museum and the entrance as well. The only thing that are not covered are your flight to Milan and the accommodation. That, as I said again, we will be happy to help you and find cheap options for those 6 days in Milan.
Yeah, so I repeat again, also for the people here on Instagram, there is no scholarship available for the 1 week course and also for the 1 year course. The school gives scholarship only for the talented people that moves from other schools from all around the world for the master in car. Today we are talking about the 1 week course in sketching. Okay.
We have a question on Facebook. Sometimes my design becomes somewhat same if I design from imagination. How to overcome that?
Where is the question?
Sometimes my designs become, I think it's trying to say that he always end up with the same.
Ranjan. As I said, I have my personal workflow. Normally, before to draw, to design something, I love to listen music, to read books, to read a lot of magazines about science, sci-fi world. I try to understand how the technology, the high-tech world is moving, and then I spend a few days creating inspirational mood boards, trying to get the most emotional, inspirational photos that I can find on the web. And I love to play using Pinterest, Behance, and Google too. And then I try to print this inspirational mood board in a big way, in a A2 format, A1 format, and then I will hang on the wall the inspirational mood board, and I try to transfer those photos on paper. The first thing to do is not to draw like now a real car with the wheels, but to create doodles, a lot of doodles. And not one, but I suggest generally to my student to draw more than 20, 30, 50 pages of doodle to find something that then could be selected like the key sketch. Then when you select the key sketch, you could develop sketches like this. There is a question here, do you have any online classes? No, there is no online classes. People spend 950 here to be here in Milan, closer to me, and to see me drawing, and I will support the people here and explain how to improve the sketching quality. Do you design one? Questa è un'altra domanda?
No, we already went over that.
Okay. So, in case there are other questions, is the right time now, or the live will be closer to the end? So, we repeat one more time, 23-28 of September, 1 week sketching course dedicated to the car design work here in SPD Milano with me, and you can visit the SPD Scuola Politecnica di Design website. SPD is the logo here behind me, SPD, And then you can find all the info on the website, and then you can get your ticket on the Event Tribe website. For any question, send an email to
info@scuoladesign.com.
Okay, so guys, see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Absolutely. I hope that you appreciated this live, and I hope to see all of you here in Milan with me. Ciao.